thing, I know, but in those situations, like, you want to make sure you perform every week, and now we're kind of starting to see that add up very, very substantially. Well, you know, it's undeniable, really, that it's easier to look over mistakes early in the league and think, well, that's not so bad. But now it really starts to add up when you're sort of at the end of the league. But Durpey goes for a hidden select. I was about to say, he's hiding his cursor, something we don't use too often. I mean, I'm not quite sure how much of a point there is doing that against someone like Foxy. I don't think he's going to pick Tanya. I mean, Foxy would have been preparing for Tanya, but for him to go hidden cursor, unless it's a troll or something, it'd be kind of bizarre, unless he really doesn't want Foxy to be prepared. He might just be taking those... oh, Kenshi, no. Which one? The balanced. He's gone balanced. Yeah, gone balanced Kenshi. I mean, I'm not sure I agree with this, to be honest. To be fair, last time we saw Foxy play this matchup at the Season 1 Finals, Pig of the Hut basically destroyed Foxy with a swift 3-0, so maybe Durpey's looking to do something similar today. That is true, but since then, Foxy has done his homework. I mean, when Foxy loses a matchup, he studies it, he breaks it down, and unfortunately, this is a situation that you can't really be in as Kenshi. Rising Karma doesn't do anything for you here. He might get it a couple of times, but the reality is, when you get knocked down as by Tempest, and your armor isn't really, really quick, like, just this is Tempest Lao. And Durpey, he can't use bar there. Like, if he's almost dead, why would he spend the bar? A flawless from Foxy. But that was quite a prolonged round for a flawless victory to take place. I mean, remember, guys, like, the seconds on the clock actually do last longer than 1 second. It's, I believe it's, like, just mindly longer. So there's actually quite a long round to not take even remotely a bit of chip damage from Kenshi of all characters as well. So I mean, completely avoid chip, as well as these reversals. Here's the thing, though. I mean, he finds himself in a situation where he has to try and go for armor, but even then, not only can Kung Lao armor break Kenshi, but the meter burn reversal, especially in balance, is not safe on block. So Foxy's gone for that. On block, he would have been advantageous. On hit, he gets the combo anyway. Good block there from Durpey. Oh, gets that. No hit confirmed because the hat wasn't on his head. Saves Durpey from quite a bit of damage, but still cornered. Oh, wow, goes for a preemptive anti-cross-up. Durpey gets some damage on the table, but no, he drops it. Heartbreaking stuff. It's very unfortunate because that actually would have been really, really good meatless damage from Durpey there. He can still survive, but right there, he's got to be careful with those teleflurries. They take a long time to recover. Oh, catches him not blocking low, but not going to get much damage from it. I mean, Foxy Grampa still with a breaker, but right here, this is chip damage territory, and just like that, uses the mid. Good stuff from Durpey. I like that. I like that play. I mean, he could have ended it a bit earlier, but he kept it cool. Now, unfortunately, one thing you will do as Kenshi is you will spend a lot of your bar to win the round. So when the next round comes, it's kind of hard to maintain that meter. Oh, blocks over this time. There's the meter burn counter poke, gets the full screen space, but still cornered. He's really adding up, though. Really good zoning. This is kind of like, you know, A to Z, how to play Kenshi from full screen. You just want to stop them coming in, frustrate them, get that chip damage, build as much meter as you can, but if you get hit by a lot of those keep away tools, it adds up quite a lot. I mean, you take a lot of damage. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a red alert right now for Durpey. I mean, he has no bar, and Foxy was sitting on a full stick of butter, but he hasn't got a meter at the moment. I assume Foxy's going to build a bar before Durpey does, but you can keep him out as well as you want. But unfortunately, when you're in this situation, he's not going to drop that. That's going to be orbiting hat, and that's probably going to be the game. The combo won't kill, but there we go. That's completely guaranteed, unfortunately. Durpey did a really good job, but unfortunately, in that situation, you're just not going to have enough meter to keep him off. But that's just Foxy Lao pressure, though. I mean, having a meter burn, you know, armor, especially if it's a launcher, it helps. But at the same time, it's not really about the damage. It's just get that hit while cornered and use it to get out of the corner. Really, if you get that hit when your back is to the corner, don't use it to get damage on the table. Use it to just reposition yourself, because the corner is where Foxy wants to kill you. Now, when we saw Pig do really well versus Foxy, a couple of things we need to point out is he always had bar for a meter burn Rising Karma that he used as an anti-air. So a lot of the bar that Pig of the Hut used as Kenshi in the Season 1 Finals back in July, I believe, it was basically a matter of saving a bar to just at least eliminate the option of a jump. I mean, that's really, if you can stop Kung Lao from jumping, that's a really important thing for you. But unfortunately, Durpey used a lot of his bar to knock Foxy back. But the reality is, you can't zone Foxy forever. Like, it's Kung Lao. You can't really zone him that hard. You can do your best, but he's just very, very mobile. Well, it looks like Durpey is not really comfortable with running it back at all. He's gone back to his more faithful Kobu Tanya. This is definitely the character he's used the most in the ESL Pro League so far. Definitely which he has the most success with, so hopefully he can get a better result this time. Well, I respect the attempt. I do respect the attempt to go for Kenshi here, but unfortunately, I just think Tanya's going to be a much better option. I mean, still already in the corner, eating the throw mix-ups, but has the armor that time just to get out. Oh, but no, too far away to confirm, but also Foxy misses the hit confirm as well. I don't think Foxy was ready for that orbiting hat to connect. I mean, he saw it and tried, but he was way too late on that. Well, you might be seeing this and think, he's just throwing all the time. But that's the mix-up, and wonderful interception with the standing one, but the throw is a mix-up in itself. Because Kung Lao can stagger the 1-1 so well, And he has such amazing follow-ups. If he thinks you're going to crouching poke, that's what gives him so many throws. If Foxy sees that you're not very good at taking throws, he will throw you until the cows come home. I mean, there is no getting around it. Unfortunately, that's going to be the mix-up. If you think he's going to grab, he's going to hit you with a string. The second you let go of block to try and take that grab, you eat an entire 1-1-2-1-2 hit confirmed into a launcher, back into the same blender that you just tried to escape. Oh, tries to armor break, but Durpey gets it in time, uses the bar hit for the damage, gets the corner cross up, really good stuff, getting the positioning, leaves him standing. Oh, good block on the low, goes to teleport cancel, catches him once again, pressing buttons. Foxy's blocking the overhead now. Unfortunately, he's got bar now, so going for those wreckers is going to be really risky stuff. And there we go, just like that. The meter burn spin is a really nice way out of Tanya pressure. I mean, it starts up so quickly. An unfortunate combo drop there from Foxy isn't going to be too much of a big deal, though, because he is going to go for the hit confirm there. Drops the combo again. Unfortunate there for Foxy Grampa, but grabbing him into the corner. But that's how we see Foxy play this matchup. He's content to just sit there and block until Tanya chucks out and meter burn Tonfa. And just like that, it's going to be a repeat. No, 2-0. Foxy didn't even need to go for that 2-frame. He just did it because he felt like it. He got it. Yep, he did. I mean, normally we see Foxy play quite ropey in the game one, because you've probably noticed memory pays off. That's Foxy always has to play first in these. I'm not sure what the reason is for it, but Foxy always does play in the first game. A lot of the time, not as much now, but early on, Foxy's execution wasn't amazingly great, really, at the start. But since then, I mean, he doesn't seem to sort of suffer from that anymore. His general execution, getting the 2-frame on the 4-4, he's been doing that very, very consistently. But unfortunately for Durpey, he just hasn't been able to get anything going. He's found himself being put in what many of us get put in, which is just cornered by Foxy's Tempest, and then you can't get out. Well, I think this is... This might just be Foxy playing at his absolute best. I mean, not to indicate that he's not always at top form when he's playing competitively, but still, he knows that he isn't entering this week. He has this week to really make a final impact before the actual final week itself. So if he can go to NEC knowing, that's fine, I secured myself an extra 100 points and another $500, then he's going to be going to NEC with a smile on his face regardless. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, that's a free $500. I mean, at this point, the points aren't really important for them because they're already guaranteed. It's all about the money. You want to get a free $500, of course. Well, that, and also it's denying points to the competition. Forever the gatekeeper. Yeah. And there we go. There's the anti-cross up spin. I mean, you really can't jump at Kung Lao in any capacity when he has a bar of meter. And there's the grab. We used to say that all the time back when Foxy used Buzzsaw for almost the entirety of the Season 1 of the EU Pro League, that you can't jump if he's got bar. And Tempest is the same thing, only he actually bags more damage, so it's even more respective. That's going to be a good hit confirm. Spending a bar on the combo, goes for the corner repositioning. That's one thing Tanya doesn't necessarily do when she's trying to go for maintained pressure. She doesn't do much damage. We're not really seeing Durpey hit confirm these strings into Tonfa, though. He's kind of just doing the wreckers and on block or hit. Sometimes he just doesn't really get the follow-up. I don't really feel like Durpey does much hit confirming with Tanya in general. I mean, I find that a lot... I know you can hit confirm. You can hit confirm with Tanya. Obviously, hit confirming being you see something hit and then you commit to the next option on hit. And on block, you leave yourself safe. I don't really find that Durpey does a whole lot of that. Full combo there from Foxy. Put him in the corner. And there's no meter there for a wake-up. Foxy, I think, tried to go for a back 2 there, but gets a standing 2 instead. Interesting. And just a raw back 3. I mean, drops the combo again, but still, I mean, it's not so bad when Kung Lao drops, because you're still in such a horrible situation when you're on your wake-up, because he has... Oh, wow. That is not a good trade. Match point. Foxy Grampa, just like that. I mean, we do tend to see Foxy 3-0 in these sets, but it looks like we might see a repeat today. I mean, Durpey, he's got a round on the table. He's just got to win one more, and he's got a bit of momentum, but no, there's the jump 2 that everyone loves. I agree with the break though, saves himself from significant damage, but no bar available. He's either going to have to play incredibly reckless or just try and catch Foxy making a mistake. Well, at this point, we normally see Tanya players, they go for the 50-50 options in the specials, like just like that one where, I know that was a wake-up attack, but Tanya players in this situation, they like to commit to the option that is a 50-50 but unsafe. Durpey's going to have to try and pull something out, but Foxy Grampa chases down the backdash with a run-in back 3. Knocks him on the ground. He's got a bar to work with. Just to stand there. Interesting what Foxy went for, but gets a meat bun spin anyway. That's going to close it out. Foxy Grampa moves on 3-0. Doesn't get a single brutality. I think Foxy may have... No, he did a brutality in game 1. He did. Against Kenshi. He did. He did indeed, actually. Maybe he's just got a thing against Kenshi. Well, he might have a grudge against Kenshi. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. As if Lau doesn't annihilate Kenshi in the matchup. This is what you get for beating me when I shouldn't have lost in the first place.